welcome to episode 21 of Beat the First Man, your regular weekly football podcast with me, Reedy, where we decide to do zero analysis of the big games, talk about none of the big talking points really, just try and find you the quirkier things in football for a bit of fun. So thanks again to those who have subscribed in the last week or so. We've managed to climb up to 105, and all of you who keep on viewing. Like I said last week, don't forget, if you have it subscribed, don't forget the little bell to ensure you get the notifications of when a new episode lands, just in case you don't see it on social media or you miss the links through there. Or you'll just forget, because it happens. So this week we're going to have an FA Cup special on Zooming In. Little Shouty Man, he's back with another rant of what's annoying him in modern football, and of course the star of the show will be back, Ted, with a rather explosive little knob of the week where there's possibly more than one. Let's get things kicked off, and we go to last night. The lineal European Cup has finally changed hands. So Bayern Munich have held it since we started the whole tournament idea. Remember, if you're new to the show, the lineal UEFA Cup basically goes game by game. So if you win it, you retain it. You move on to the next game. If you win or draw, you retain it, and so on and so on. So last night, Bayern Munich travelled to Borussia Mönchengladbach. They led 2-0, and to be honest, I'd forgotten all about it because I thought that's it, done and dusted. They are going to retain the European Cup, no two ways about it. But fair play to Mönchengladbach, came back and won 3-2 and become only the second holders of the lineal European Cup. So to you Mönchengladbach fans, I hope you had a good night last night on your strong German lager. They defend it next week. I think Stuttgart, they play next week. Stuttgart have already tried once to win it against Bayern Munich, so they can have another go against Mönchengladbach. Lineal UEFA Cup, Real Madrid play tonight. They travel to Osasuna looking to defend the trophy, so we'll see whether they can retain it or whether we get a double swap over this weekend. That would be great, and have two new winners. So Stoke Gabriel, where else can we start? Those are again new to the show, just go Google Stoke Gabriel and see how they've done, or go and watch some of the previous shows. They've had a torrid season, no wins, no draws, a number of heavy defeats, but things have improved in recent weeks, and I think the last game was 6-2, and things were improving, and it was looking like we were going to get there, but obviously lockdown has put paid to any football. I was reading a few things yesterday where there's talk of null and void in the season. Now there's a little positive in that, a null and void. A, we avoid relegation, we stay up, job done. B, if they do it on alphabetical order, maybe Chairman Gary wasn't so mad with his mid-table prediction, because maybe they climb up a few places and actually are a bit nearer mid-table. So we'll wait and see how it pans out. Let's hope they get back playing. That's the ultimate goal. We want them to get back playing if we can, but for me, I can't see how the lower leagues, to be honest, are going to finish. And I go to boys football as well. I just can't see how they're going to finish, because we're just going to run out of weeks, in all honesty. But here's hoping. Anyway, for your little Stoke Gabriel fix this week on the Zooming In later, it's an 8-man Zooming In, and 3 of them are Stoke Gabriel players, including captain Liam Dodd, affectionately nicknamed the Crap Neil Lennon by Gaffer Savage Mark Richardson. So you can meet 3 others from the Stoke Gabriel camp on there a bit later. So time to move on, and of course our favourite bit of music. Of course, when I say favourite, you realise I'm lying, yeah? So Tales of the Unexpected, and this one is a little bit heartwarming. So remember Ted and his Secret Santa presents, and Graham Potter. So Graham Potter, we were a bit worried about him because he always looked so cold in his little raincoat, and if I've managed to do the editing properly, a picture should have appeared of him on screen on his little raincoat. If it hasn't, whatever, I tried. Well, at the recent game versus Wolves, something interesting happened. The new coat that we got him as a Secret Santa present, he was wearing it, and he was nice and warm and toasty. So Graham Potter, no, not Harry Potter, was delighted with his new coat, and he was wearing it at the Brighton v Wolves game. So Graham, top man, and let's see if the rest of the managers can embrace the Secret Santa presents they were given. I mean, who wouldn't like to see Sam Allardyce at the side of the pitch with a pint of wine? So Little Shouty Man, he's back with another rant this week. So what's on Little Shouty Man's mind? Little Shouty Man's mind. That ain't easy at this time in the morning. So VAR, nope. 5 subs? Nope. Henry, the mild man and janitor? Good be. No, that's one for the older viewers. Kids, go and Google Hong Kong Phooey theme tune. Watch the YouTube video, then you'll understand that gag. All the older viewers will all have got that. Anyway, so no, it's none of those things. Anyway, little Shouty Man, his rant this week, moving advertising boards. So growing up watching football, we all got used to watching just plastic boards at the side of the pitch, 8 foot by 2 foot, with, you know, so-and-so builders merchants written on the side, or maybe even Kaya Speedwell, Paynton, written on the side. And that's all you need. You know, I can read an advertising board, I'm not stupid. So now, I'm sitting watching a match, let's say Burnley v Wolves for sake of argument. A game that I'm sure you'll agree is not that easy to concentrate on in the first place. And then all of a sudden, a car drives down the side of the touchline. I'm like, what's that? Or a plane flying to Rwanda. Now, I'm not being funny. If I want to see about a Ford car, just put a board on saying Ford car. Just put a plane on saying fly to Rwanda. I don't need to see a car driving down the side of the pitch or a plane taking off to Rwanda. I realise those are just arms and not cars or planes, but you know, what else can I do? So time to go back to a plastic board with just Ford car written on the side or fly to Rwanda. Get rid of these moving advertising boards so I can concentrate on the feast of football that Burnley v Wolves are serving up. Actually, maybe keep them. No. So here he comes, Mr. Hollywood, our old friend Ted. How are you, Ted? And Ted, what's that? That's your drink. Oh, okay. Well, you can explain about that in a minute. So, still got the plaster cast on. Yeah, another 2 weeks yet. Okay. How's the sponsored walk going? Because I think last week you said you were going to do 100 laps of the dining room table to emulate Captain Tom and raise some much needed money for charity. I gave it up. I got bored after 2 lengths of the table. Well, that's not very good. What sort of effort is that? So what about all the sponsorship money you've raised? What have you done with that? Remember that bottle? Yeah, this one. I bought 10 of those. But Ted, you can't do that. It's not being funny. People have sponsored your money for chat. Well, tough. I'm not walking up and down no table. It was too much like hard work. Brilliant. So anyway, this week we have remembered the Little Knob of the Week trophy after last week. Hang on a second. You've remembered the Little Knob of the Week trophy. If you remember rightly, I don't have hands. Jeez, Ted, this is hard work today. Anyway, who's your nominations for this week? No nominations, just winners. Oh, okay, so you said winners, Ted. Does that mean there's more than one? Numerous winners. Numerous winners of the Little Knob of the Week award. Tell me more. Okay, who's won? Okay, it's going to Reguilon of Spurs, Lamella and Lo Celso of Spurs. Go, keep going, Ted. Lanzini of West Ham, yeah, Mendy of Manchester City, and Milivojevic of Crystal Palace. Ah, I see where you've gone. The Christmas party and New Year party brigade. Yeah, I see why we now have numerous winners. Yeah, the fact they had meetups over Christmas and New Year is stupid, but the fact that they then put photos on Instagram is beyond dumb. In fact, let's be honest, if I had a big Knob of the Week award, they'd all have won that. Ted, I can't but disagree. What utter clowns. Doing the party is ridiculous. You know, people are really struggling out there, really suffering, and these clowns are having parties. And to be fair, and I will stick up for footballers here, we've pulled out 8 players. There'll be a whole load more of the general public that have done worse things. And in fact, there'll have been people down your street who would have broken the rules in similar ways to these footballers did. The big difference is they probably wouldn't have put photos on Instagram. But Ted, I can't agree with you, just utter stupidity. So Ted, enjoy lockdown. What? Can you have your bottle? Here you go. Enjoy lockdown, my friend, and we'll see you next week. So there you go. Ted at his finest, as always. So this week on Zooming In, we decided to have an 8-man FA Cup special. What would it be in the FA Cup third round? I came up with a little idea. I didn't let any of the lads in on it, on what was happening. I just told them we were having an FA Cup special. So what happened was a little bit of a surprise. All they'd been tipped off was to come with their own special FA Cup memory. Probably best you wait and see what happened. I was worried it was going to be a bit of a car crash, but I think it turned out okay. So sit back, sup some coffee. Here's Zooming In.
Act 3. Welcome to a special episode of Zooming In. You may notice it looks like the old blankety blank from the 80s on your screen at the moment. There's only Roger, me, Dave, maybe Liam at a push. You might know that joke, but other than that, it's literally just the youngsters will have absolutely no idea. So it's an FA Cup special, and the way we're going to do the FA Cup special, we're going to introduce you to each of the guys on the screen, and we're going to have a little bit of fun in terms of everyone's going to get 8 teams each that they're going to follow for the rest of the FA Cup. And so to make it fair, I've divided it into 8 pots. So pot 1, for instance, is the top 8 in the Premier League. Pot 2 is the second 8 in the Premier League, etc., etc. So to start, I'll give you a quick rundown of who we've got. We've got and it's top left on my screen. God knows where it will be on your screens, on your tellies or on your phones, etc. Got Dave Davis. So Dave, I used to work with, big Oxford fan. Welcome to the show, Dave.
Cheers, Mark.
We've got in my top right, I've got what's affectionately been nicknamed the crap Neil Lennon. Stoke Gabriel captain, no less. Liam Dodd. How are we, Liam?
I'm all right, Mark. You?
Yes, not too bad, thank you, mate. Coming down, we've got another Stoke Gabriel player, Chris Ormrod. I have been told I've got to show you this before we start, Chris. Apparently, you love a yellow card.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We're in the middle. We've got Kieran. Kieran back for his hat-trick appearance. No, you don't get to keep the show or get a ball. Next to Kieran, I've got Roger, the legend Bonaparte. Is that how it's said right, Roger?
No, it's not. It's Bonaparte.
Bonaparte, sorry. Unbelievably, and he doesn't look it. I've been told you're a 53-year-old striker, Roger. I'm not having it.
Yes, I am.
That's ridiculous. We'll come back to that shortly. Below him, we've got my other son, Harry, who's come out of well, isolation. Really, he doesn't normally come out to the public, so you're all this been treated tonight. All right, Harry.
And he come out when there's alcohol involved. Might get a bit shaky, but I'll myself back.
Okay. And then last but not least, second time on the show, musician Tom Davis. Welcome back, Tom.
Cheers, Mark.
No problem, mate. Right, so we're going to go round with your FA Cup memories first of all, and I'm going to go completely at random this time. I'm going to start with Roger. So, Roger, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mark.
No problem. So, first of all, Roger, I mean, we joked then about you being 53, but I'm 49. I played a Dads v Lads game last year, and I was wrecked for about 3 days afterwards. How the hell are you still playing 90 minutes of football at 53 every week?
Little and often, Mark. Basically, it's about not playing every time. So you play once per week, not seven aside, not 5 aside, just once a week, Saturday, and that's it. And then you rest.
Good man. And from what I understand as well, you've got a 2-hour trip to get to where Stoke Gabriel play from your home. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
That's utter dedication and fair play to you.
The chairman put a tweet out about wanting players. I saw the tweet. I thought, might as well go help. That's what I've been doing.
Respect to you. And Liam or Chris, whoever wants to jump in, I've only heard good things about Roger from more than one person, in fairness. Do you want to back them up, or do you want to throw some dirt in on him?
No, he's good. Good man.
Great to have in the dressing room.
There you go. So it's all good, Roger. I found nothing on you at all. So I know your best FA Cup memory, but do you want to share it with the viewers and the other guys on screen?
I was playing for Liscard Athletic at the time, and I got a sort of a temporary loan move to Western-super-Mare, and it was 1993, 94, 95, I think it was season, and we had Newport Olive right in the 4th qualifying round, and because I just joined the club on sort of loan, I was on the bench to start with, and I came on second half with the score being 1-0, and massive crowd, and just luck of the draw. Striker took a shot, goalkeeper parried it. I was there, slammed the ball home, 2-0, game over. The crowd, I mean, the noise in the crowd was unbelievable. And
awesome.
it took us to the first one proper of the FA Cup, where we met Woking, and we drew the first time and lost the second time. So yeah, it was great.
That's a pretty special memory, and it's a good one for the grandkids as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So excellent. So Roger, who's your team? Who do you follow? Who do you support?
Spurs,
right. So Spurs are in there. So obviously you'll be desperate to draw Arsenal out when we go through the pots.
Definitely.
So sticking with the Stoke Gabriel theme, we're going to move on to I can't keep calling you the crap Neil Lennon. That's well harsh.
That's all I get. That's all I get since the Gaffer Savage stuff. That's all I've got.
Well, in fairness, I think it's only fair, Liam, that we now own up to the fact that it was you that tipped me off about the whole Gaffer Savage thing. He knew anyway, but I think for the watching public, it's only fair that we reveal you as the person who gave him that nickname in the first place.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's more to do with the interviews he did. He sounded more like Robbie Savage on his interviews, and it just stuck from there.
So Liam, obviously being captain of Stoke Gabriel, it's been a tough season, it's fair to say. How has it been? How's the mood with the lads and the morale with the lads? Because it is tough going and getting the defeats that you've had week in, week out. And, you know, we've had a bit of a joke on here and stuff, but we're desperate for you to win, absolutely desperate for you to win, probably as much as you boys are, to be fair.
I mean, it's the same for everyone in the team. I mean, the spirit's there. You know, we're performing better each week. Once we get that first win, I think, you know, that would be the starter point of our season, and then we can carry it from there. But there's no one's down in the team. They're always on a high, no matter what the scoreline is, and we go where we are.
Brilliant. Good to it. Yeah.
Mark, we didn't vote for Liam to be captain.
Right, we'll put it out. Should we put it out to a public vote, Roger? Mate, I think we should make you captain.
Well, when he can't finish a game, like can't finish his meals, normally the gaffer picks someone else. I mean, yeah.
So, Liam, who's your team?
United.
There's lots of Uniteds, Liam. You could upset a lot of people.
If I was going to go locally, I'd be talking United. But Man United, yeah. Man United.
Man United, right. So you desperately want to draw Man City or Liverpool then when we go through the pots?
Definitely.
We might as well do the hat-trick of the Stoke Gabriels. Chris Ormrod. Chris, how are we?
Yeah, good. Thank you very much. Yourself?
Yes, not too bad. Thank you, mate. Oh, sorry, hang on. Liam, what's your best FA Cup memory? Sorry, Chris.
That's right.
The 99 FA Cup final, semi-final, the replay between United and Arsenal.
The Giggs goal.
Yeah. I think the whole game in general was just the best game I've seen. The two goals, the extra time, the penalty save, the Giggs goal, it just had everything in it.
Yeah, I mean, I think people always remember the Giggs goal, but in fairness, even as you know, as a watching fan of neither of the sides, it was an unbelievable match, and I think that gets forgotten because of how good that Giggs goal was.
Yeah.
Although someone should have booted him into the stands about halfway down the pitch when he kept running that far, to be fair. So sorry, Liam.
Mark,
yes.
It's Mark. Is that hairy chest thing? I don't know how people. I was just cringing.
I couldn't have run that far with the ball, let alone run that far back celebrating. So, Chris, we digress. We'll come back to you now, Chris. So, how's life for you at Stoke Gabriel?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, like Liam said, the morale hasn't dropped. The spirit in the change room, on the pitch, off the pitch, it's absolutely brilliant. So we're just going in for that win now, and that's once it comes, that'll be it. I think that'll be on the up.
Yeah, and the irony of the fact that on Zoom you get a little yellow box around your screen, and the fact that I've been told about your yellow cards. How many yellow cards have you had, Chris? Because I've been tipped off by more than one person about this.
I think it's 5 in 9 games, I think.
That's quite impressive to be fair. And are they all? Is it dissent, bad fouls, or is it just a general mix of the lot?
Well, it's potentially bad fouls, but I don't think they are. But supposedly, Liam will back me up.
He's not backed you up, Chris. I hate to say it. So, who's your team, Chris?
Birmingham City.
Birmingham City. So you'll be desperate to draw Villa out.
Yeah, of course.
And best FA Cup memory as a Birmingham fan. I don't mean to be rude, but surely there can't be that many.
My brain took some racking, but I didn't find one.
Okay, go.
It was the season of 06-07, and it was a third round replay against Newcastle after drawing 2-2 in the first round.
Yeah.
We went back to their place and smashed them 5-1.
Happy days.
Yeah.
And those are the games that, to be fair, and this is what the FA Cup to me is all about, because whoever your club is, you've always got one game that you'll find that you'll dig out from the memory of the FA Cup, and you won't necessarily remember league games like that. So that's where I think it's special. You know, and I'm a Leeds fan. I make no bones about it. We've got Crawley on Sunday. I can't wait. You know, I want us to win the cup. I don't give a shit about it. I want us to win it. Full stop. We won't, but I want us to.
That'll be a good game. That will.
Yeah, don't say that. I don't want it to be a good game. I want a simple 5-0 stuffing. Dave Davis. I'm going to just a little thing on Dave. So a few episodes ago with Dave, I put a thing out saying that he was fighting illness and that to hang on in there. Dave has been quite poorly. I'll let Dave tell you about it himself in a second. But so it's brilliant to have him on the show. I'm chuffed to bits when he said yes to come on. So Dave, first of all, welcome. Do you want to tell people what your illness entailed, where you are with it now, and how things are?
Yeah, cheers, Mark. Thanks for asking me on as well. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I've had a bit of cancer going on, a couple of places, but just finished chemo 2-3 weeks ago now, and the scans have come back, and the bowel cancer has disappeared, and the small spot I had on the liver anyway has shrunk to 50% of its size. So prognosis looks good. Just waiting to meet with the surgeon on Friday to see where we go next. I thought you'd frozen there, Mark, so your eyes moved.
No, I could still move.
You never moved like that around the office.
No. So, well, I just want to say from everyone at Beat the First Man, Dave, and I'm sure everyone on this screen, stick with it, mate. Yeah, keep going. Respect to that, you know, and well chuffed for you. And I'm glad things are, you know, looking a bit brighter on that front. But on a footballing front, Dave, so obviously Oxford United fan who are out of the cup, you can't get Swindon either. So there is always a plus. But what's your best FA Cup memory, Dave?
Well, there's quite a few really good wins in the last few years, but I'm going to leave them to Tom because obviously he's a bit younger than me, being my kid.
Yeah.
So I'm going back to 81-82 season. Oxford got to the 5th round, 5 away draws. So we did it the hard way. Round 4 was my one. We went away to Brighton, who were 4th in the First Division, which for all you that are a bit young was when the top league before football was invented by Sky. And we went there, we won 3-0. But my overriding memory is I was 17 then. I was working on a farm and I had to go and work early morning. So I jumped on the coach from our local pub, still in my old rigger boots, got to the ground and the police confiscated them because they were still toe cap. So I had to watch a game in my socks in January, freezing bloody cold, but yeah, 3-0 win. Great win. Great game.
Happy days. Was it Keith Cassell's, Dave?
Yeah, Keith Cassell's got 1. Peter Foley got 2. I mean, we were about 10th in Division 3 at the time.
Show me age there by remembering Keith Cassell's.
Yeah. Went off to Southampton and did absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Excellent. Tom, how are we?
Yes, good. How are you?
Yes, not too bad. So Tom is the son of Dave, if you haven't worked it out already, musician. You got all excited about going to be able to perform again, Tom, and then wham, lockdown. So still no performing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just all been put on hold again. It's a bit annoying, but never mind.
So no, just have to bang out some more new tunes and get them on Spotify, Tom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So Tom, you're a fellow Oxford United fan, the same as your dad. So again, you avoid drawing out the team that you dislike the most or the team that you support. So, but your best FA Cup memory to date?
So I I was drawn between like a couple because obviously, like Dad said, we had a couple of good wins recently. But my favourite FA Cup memory, as in a specific moment. So last year we had Newcastle at home in a replay. So we went to St James's Park and it was 0-0 draw. So it was a long old journey for a 0-0 draw. But basically, so the replay was the following week, but I was in a uni trip in Barcelona. So gutted that I couldn't actually go to the game. But we got all my uni mates and stuff. We all went to a bar in Barcelona. We were looking for a bar pretty much all day that would be able to play the game. And we finally found one. They had no idea who Oxford United were. And then they were going through some sort of streaming service they had on the telly to find the game. And anyway, so we were 2-0 down with, I think it was like 6 minutes to go. And I had a few alcoholic beverages by then. So I was still hopeful that we would get 2 goals back. And the barman thought it was funny and said that he would give me free drinks if we'd brought it back. And just after he said that, Liam Kelly banged a free kick in the top corner. And then I think it was 5 minutes later in the last kick of the game, Nathan Holland volleyed it into the bottom corner. And the whole bar erupted, and now I got free drinks. So that was my favourite FA Cup memory.
Happy day. Well, just because you got free drinks.
Just because I got free drinks.
Fair enough.
Absolutely just unheard of for Oxford to manage to pull that off. So, yeah.
Happy days.
We did lose an extra mine, but
yeah, but you've got the free drinks by then. It didn't matter.
I got a free drink. I didn't
care. So Harry, I'm presuming you're not going to go with Rochdale away as your favourite memory.
There's a few I could pick, to be honest. You know, Histon, that's a memorable one.
Yeah.
You fought that Hereford in the first round. You know, cracking game. We got Sutton, Newport, all fantastic for the other team, but I'd have to go with Man United 2009-2010 season. All I'd known from Leeds and up until then was just absolute mediocrity. Like, we were shocking and we were having a flying season. You know, I think we were top of the league then, and went to their place, little League One side, you know, and we're expected to get battered, and we put off the impossible, and it's still to this day being sung about.
And will be sung about probably for about the next 10 years as well, I should think.
Exactly.
Okie dokie. And Kean, last but not least, Harry's obviously stolen one, but you, to be fair, you were a bit young. So what's your favourite Leeds FA Cup memory? Well, unless you're choosing another teams, of course.
There really wasn't many to pick from, I can't lie. But it was, I think it was 2013, we beat Spurs 2-1.
You realise on my screen you're right next to Roger.
But yeah, I remember that. And they had a really good team. They had Bale and everyone like that. And then we just somehow won.
Yeah, those are the best ones. I mean, for me, so mine, to be fair, Harry took probably the one that I would have gone for, which is Old Trafford in 2010. I think to go there as a League One team and beat them was incredible. But if I go back a bit further, I would say probably 89. We got to the semi-finals against Coventry. We actually lost Coventry in the semi-final, a game we should have won. But the quarter-final, we had QPR at home. And QPR were flying, fifth round, we had QPR at home. QPR were flying at the time up near the top of the old First Division. And we were a sort of 6th or 7th in the Second Division Championship. And we scored with about 4 minutes to go to win 2-1. It was an incredible result, really. It was just so unexpected. But those are the games. I mean, there's 8 people, 8 different FA Cup memories. And you go around the country, everybody's got their own different FA Cup memory. And I think that's what makes it so special. And I think that's why we should try and keep it alive in some way, shape or form. So what I've done, I've created the Beat the First Man FA Cup. So we've got 8 pots, 8 teams. Down here, I've got 8 numbers. There's 2 and 8, for instance. And I'm going to go down the screen and I'm just going to pick you a number at random and I'll tell you who your teams are. So I'll go last. So but they're all face down. You can't see them and I can't tilt the camera. But so I'm just going to go, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go top left on my screen as it is, and then I'm going to go right hand side and I'll work in the way. So to make it fair. So I'll shuffle them about. Oh, I've just put one underneath the laptop. That wasn't a very good idea. So Dave Davis, you are first. So your number is, oh, you've got number 1. So you have got Liverpool, Chelsea, Brighton, Reading. Not great for Oxford fans getting Reading.
No.
Huddersfield, Sheffield Wednesday, MK Dons, and Boreham Wood. So they are your 8 teams. I'll make a note of them all and I'll send them round so everybody's got a copy of who their 8 teams are. But they are your 8 teams. So we'll move across and we'll go to Neil Lennon. I can't call you crap, Neil Lennon. It's just too harsh. And you've got number 7. So number 7, you have got Everton, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Blackburn, Nottingham Forest, Blackpool, Morecambe, and Marine.
You stitched me up proper, ain't you?
Oh, I don't know. Marine have got Tottenham. They might fancy their chances. What do you reckon, Roger?
No.
Right, so coming down, Chris, you're next on my screen. So you have got number 8. So you have got...
Oh, no way.
Oh, Aston Villa, Burnley, Brentford, Preston North End, QPR, Plymouth, Exeter, and Stockport. I can see the excitement about Villa.
The only excitement would be Grealish, I guess. I'm a bit of a fan of his.
You got a £25 Amazon voucher riding on the fact that Aston Villa win the FA Cup for you. So, Kieran, you're next on my screen. So you have got number 3.
Yeah.
So you have got Leicester, Arsenal, West Brom, Middlesbrough, Cardiff, Rotherham, Bristol Rovers, and Oldham.
It's not too bad.
Okay, so you're all right with that then? Thank God for that. So there should be 4 numbers left and 4 people left. So far, so good. Right, Roger, you have got
Spurs.
number 2.
Spurs.
I'm afraid you haven't got Spurs. You've got Man United,
Ugh.
West Ham,
Ugh.
Fulham,
Ugh.
Watford,
Ugh.
Luton, Derby, Shrewsbury, and Chorley.
He's got pretty much every other London side.
Tottenham. Right. So Harry, who's got the worst Wi-Fi on the call, fair play, Harry.
I've got the same Wi-Fi as Kian.
Well, this is fine.
Right.
So you've got number 6. So Harry, you have got Southampton, Crystal Palace, Swansea, Bristol City, Birmingham, Doncaster, Crawley Town, and Mansfield. So you have to cheer for a team that's playing your own team on Sunday.
Yeah, that's fine. Normally the team I'm cheering for lose. So doesn't
So Tom, I'm gonna, because to make it fair, because there's only 2 left and there's only me, you could pick which one, my right hand or my left hand.
I'm gonna go with your right hand.
Okay, so you've gone for number 4. Yeah. So you have got Tottenham. Hang on. Leeds United. Sheffield United. Stoke. Coventry. Wickham. Newport and Stevenage.
Lucky Tom.
Yeah.
which just leaves me with number 5. So just to prove I didn't fiddle it, I've got Man City, Wolves, Norwich, Barnsley, Millwall, Jesus, Portsmouth, Cheltenham and Tranmere. So we'll see how that pans out, guys. So obviously they're all being played this weekend. So the plan is, if we're all up for it, is before the 4th round, we'll all meet up again and we'll go through who's got what left. We'll see who's playing who, and we'll get towards that first ever beat the first man FA Cup winner.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Brilliant. Gents, it's been a blast. It's gone better than I was a little bit worried it might have gone. I thought it could have been the ultimate car crash, but it's actually been okay. We've had a bit of fun there. So thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it. Keep safe, everyone. I know it's shit out there, but, you know, try and keep yourselves as active as you can in lockdown. And if you ever need anyone to talk to, give me a shout anytime, any day, whatever. Just give us a shout. But take care, and we'll see you all soon, guys.
Cheers, Mark.
So there you have it, the first ever Beat the First Man FA Cup. Who will come out on top and scoop that massive prize of a £25 Amazon voucher? Can I just point out that I'm paying for that £25 Amazon voucher? So this isn't, you know, I'm not earning money off this YouTube malarkey. It's coming out of my own pocket for your entertainment. Unbelievable. As well as all the kit I bought. Yeah, you don't think about that, do you? Yeah, when you watch it for 5 seconds and turn it off and go, what a crock of shit. Anyway, exciting news for next week, zooming in. I have managed to secure Riaz Khan is coming on next week. He is the author of Memoirs of an Asian Football Casual. He's got an amazing story, really interesting guy. We went to see a play based on his book, which was just brilliant, and the book is fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm actually filming it later today for next week's episode. So yeah, next week Riaz Khan will be on here, and yeah, trust me, it's definitely one not to be missed. And there'll be some, I think there'll be some really interesting stuff to listen to. It'll actually get a little bit serious for a change. Unbelievable. So anyway, I've got a little bit more music for you. Yeah, that's the funeral march. Yes, the knowledge. Guess 9, knowledge 8. This is now getting ridiculous. It's the middle of January. I can't shake her off, and in fact, she's now gone in front. If we get to the end of this season and she has won, genuinely, well, I think she should have to do a whole episode by herself, and I can just sit back and watch, but that ain't happening. So yeah, so Man City won at Chelsea. She predicted them winning, so she got the point. She did call a 2-1, and it did finish 3-1, so she was only a goal out from getting 3 points. Whereas I, rather stupidly, thought that fraudulent Frank would manage to secure some sort of result, but as always, the man let me down. So this week we chose someone from Zooming In, and I chose my son Harry to choose the game, and he's gone for an all-championship clash. He's gone for the game between Notts Forest and Cardiff City later on today. So as always, I gained the game to guess, to get her words of wisdom, and I got, okay, who picked that? Does it matter? Does it really matter? Do you have it? Will it make it, if I tell you it was someone else, will it give you an easier score? Probably not. As you can tell, I do film this when she's not around, so she just gets to watch it and find out what I've said. Anyway, so she settled for a 1-1 draw. So obviously we're doing it on 90 minutes with it being the FA Cup, so she's gone for a 1-1 draw. For me, you know when I did the Euros by dice, to be honest, you might as well go back to that and just roll the dice. These are two sides, not particularly in any great form. Struggling at the bottom end of the championship. Who knows what sort of teams they're both going to put out, whether they rest players. It really is an absolute lottery. So, but I'm going, probably stupidly, for Forest to win 2-0. I just think Chris Hughton's got a little bit more about him than Neil Harris, and I think he's going to get the result that Forest need and get them through to the 4th round. So that is pretty much it, guys, for this week. I'm moving over here because I'm getting something which you'll see in a minute. So I want to leave you with a serious message, and I don't really do serious on here. The whole thing about this is I'll come on here for 45 minutes and try and take you away from all the crap that's going on in the outside world. It's a tough place at the moment. Whether you believe COVID, whether you believe in vaccines, whether you're anti-COVID or you're anti-vaccines, the facts are real. Yesterday, 60 odd thousand people tested positive for COVID, and there's people dying every day. Simple as that. That is it. Whatever you paint it up, that is what is happening. So yeah, we're in another lockdown, and people are massively struggling mentally. We know they are. We you know, this will come out much further after COVID, how people have struggled mentally with this. I started this as a bit of a focus for me, really, something to do during lockdown times, which gave me a focus away from your work and, you know, in reality, sitting in the house, because it's all you can do. So, and it's been great for me. I've met new people, I've made friends with new people through doing it. You know, hopefully I've given people a 45 minutes of fun. That's all it's about. I don't ever try to make this slick and professional. It's just about giving you guys a bit of a laugh, and for 45 minutes you sit and watch telly and just forget things outside. But I just want to get a serious message out there, guys. Please be kind to each other. You know, there's never a more relevant message than this right now. It really is okay not to be okay. And if you're struggling, my messages on this podcast are always open on Twitter, they're always open on Facebook, they're always open on Instagram. Any of you, trust me, can send me a message, even if you just say, I want to talk, I need to talk to somebody, just drop me a line. Genuinely, I'm no Samaritan, I'm no expert, but I'm happy to talk. And even if you just want to talk about football for 10 minutes, yeah, that's fine, it's not a problem. Although, can I just point out that the messages from the woman on Instagram asking me to show her love and did I want to see some pics, those aren't the kind of messages I'm looking for. Or the Nigerian prince fella who apparently has got millions for me if I reply to him. You two can not bother, but genuinely, anyone else, please feel free to drop me a message if you're struggling. It is okay not to be okay. So lastly, again, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe at the bottom of the screen. Please like it as well. You know, the likes are, you know, they don't mean anything. Trust me, you don't actually, if you don't know how YouTube works financially, you have to get thousands and thousands of subscribers, thousands of hours worth of views. We're a million miles away from that, from doing that with this show. But likes actually mean nothing. So if you get 100 likes, you get 0 likes. It makes no difference. The only person it makes a bit of a difference to is me. So if you like it, please just click the thumbs up, because I just like the little show of appreciation that you've enjoyed it. And if I don't get any, it means I think it was shit. So also, like I said, hit the little bell button. That's your subscribe button, the notifications, to make sure you don't miss an episode. So hit the little bell, not to be confused with the little knob. Two totally different things, and then you'll never miss another episode. So guys, as always, please stay safe, and we will see you all next week for another episode. Take care.